Energy and persistence conquer all things. Benjamin Franklin, my friends, each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes, following your favorite stocks and ETFs. Practice trading, that's all we ask. Let's jump into these charts. We see stocks and bonds are up, gold and Bitcoin down, nothing moving much at all. But technically, the S&P up 0.20%. So again, 0.2%. It's not a lot, okay? So what do we see happening here? We see not reaching a higher high this week. We see a small green candle. Unless we have lots of volume, yet again, we're going to be around about where we have been for many weeks on end with low volume and showing a slowdown. We can see this sideways slide. Now, it could just be a digestion break. When the market sprints up, it's like eating a big meal. You then have to take a break and let it digest. That may be all it's doing, getting ready to pop up again. You can see where it's riding up on the half-day chart, just riding up that weekly trend line. Not enough energy to push through yet. So we shall see as we get into Friday. Let's see what this week ends up looking like. Of course, we had a nice up day yesterday. Today, sort of digesting that. We'll see where things go. We are still long the S&P. What about the NASDAQ? Again, a slow week as far as price goes. Hadn't hit a higher high, small candle. We can see volume's a little better this week. One day to go. We can see our average volume has continued to move down with all this low volume. Nothing surprising. That adage I said yesterday, selling may go away, live to trade another day. That is, so much of the big money has historically tended to move out in the summertime. That's what that sell in May and go away is all about until the fall-winter trading zone. Things can get a little choppy in the summertime with no volume. You can see where we are pushing through on the two-day chart, sitting right there on the weekly trend line. On the half-day, riding up it. So we'll keep an eye on things, see where things are going. 0.19% up for the day. That means just about flat. What about 20-year U.S. government bonds? They were up today a little bit, 0.37%, still well below the weekly trend line on the half-day and the two-day. Lots of indecision today. You can see that doji on the two-day chart, low volume, opened higher than the prior close. Again, we'll keep an eye on things, but you can see this week with all the volume on the weekly and that down plunge, we are still decidedly bearish on bonds. What about gold? Well, waiting for gold to figure its way out. Right now, looks like we're sitting right down there where gold had moved to before for this week. You can see the down candle with the little wick on the bottom getting close to that floor that we have drawn in here. Same on the two-day. Moved under it on the half-day chart. Stayed under the prior trend line, bouncing off, it appears, that floor that we drew in there. So again, we'll continue to keep an eye on things and see if indeed gold is going to break down and break through that floor or if it's going to bounce off of it. Let's look at lastly where we are on HODL. On HODL, we have decidedly broken the prior trend, that the 6 candles of up movement with this red down candle outside the trend line. You can see on the two-day where we are 5 days pushing through and under, and you can see on the half-day where we're decidedly under. So again, it's a lot of energy. It's broken that down for the day, 0.05%. So we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin, but it did have a big break. It could digest that and move back up. But again, we'll watch. And on Friday, maybe make some decisions about going into an inverse fund such as BITI. Check that out. That is a single inverse. I showed this one to you yesterday of Bitcoin. If indeed you wanted to short Bitcoin, it's one way to do it. And we'll continue to keep an eye on Bitcoin and see how that shapes up on Friday. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.